Well, hello my sweet friends and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Nicole Cole and I love everything home. I am not one style, I am all styles. Honestly, if I like it, I use it. And today I thought it would be really fun to work in our laundry room, pantry area, coffee bar, microwave area. So I wanted to work in this room. This room is a very multifunctional room. It's my laundry room too, so I love being in here. I've got some old antique pieces in here that I love to share. There's still a lot that we want to do in this room. We just haven't had the opportunity. So I thought that I would just kind of bring y'all along today, and I've been looking at these countertops. When I did these wooden countertops, or what do you call them, butcher block countertops in here, I did not seal them and I regretted it. So today we're going to seal the countertops and we are going to decorate this whole area and clean it up because it's needed a much needed cleaning. So let's just dive right in today. So if you're gonna seal your countertop, butcher block countertops, I would suggest cleaning them really well and then let them dry. Then you can do your poly on them. You can tell they looked a little dry, but then after I got the poly on, they just seemed to have all the color. You can tell the difference between the area that I did do the poly and I didn't do the poly. It's very it almost looks ashy on the side that I hadn't polyurethaned yet. Look how beautiful these things are. I just want to test to make sure they're dry before I start putting all of my knickknacks and things on here. Sure enough, they're dry. So once I got my microwave cleaned off, because like I said, it was filthy, I wanted to kind of play with the idea of putting something different over my plug, and I did not like this wooden piece. It was like wood on wood, and I didn't like it. I love this little galvanized divider. It's really nice to have things on top of your microwave. So I put my popcorn and things like that in it. It just makes it easier for us to go about our day. But I do want to add my coffee pot on the opposite side. But you'll see that I kind of played with it several different ways because I wasn't really sure of how I wanted to do it. And I went back with my old handy dandy riser that fits over that plug perfectly. I will adjust it a little bit because I like it to look a little more centered, and I didn't want things like crammed together. I thought I wanted greenery over here, and to match the galvanized and the galvanized on the bottom of my riser, I thought about hanging it first, and so we'll try that, but I think I'm going to do something different with it. It just looked not right. As y'all well know, I will step back and look at the way I have my decor because I'm trying to get a feel of it. I tell you a trick for me, sometimes I'll even stand back and take a picture and just kind of look at it for a while and let it sink in if I really like it or not. But normally my stand back and look technique works really well. You'll see that I'm kind of moving the piece back and forth. I didn't want them like right side by side. So you see how the microwave has the galvanized piece and then you go down to the planter, which I'm going to remove that greenery because there was something just not working with me, and then the galvanized up top. So you've got like layers, and your eye, it carries your eye across the piece. So it's hills and valleys, remember? So I'm adding in some wooden rolling pins just to give a more rustic feel, and I loved it. these little coffee cups I bought at Target. They're the Hearth and Hand line. I love them because they looked like the blue and white ticking stripe that I love to put absolutely everywhere. So I'm just going to add those in. And I love mixing patterns. So you're going to see I'm going to mix a lot more patterns in this area. So just beware. I'm here to tell y'all, you cannot go wrong with a half sphere piece of greenery. It fills the spot so easily and it looks really pretty up high, I believe. So I kept thinking there was something missing and I wanted to add more texture. I do want to add in my Hearth and Hand sugar thing because that's what I use every morning to get our sugar for our coffee. But then here comes in the other pattern. Buffalo plaid. I know buffalo plaid is kind of on the outgoing, on the trend, but I still love it. So I thought in here, since I'm going for a more rustic feel, that I could use that in this area. See, I tried to talk myself out of using that buffalo plaid, but I just couldn't. It was so pretty behind that sugar bowl, and I had to have it. So I thought I'll just add in more buffalo plaid. So I have these towels, and I thought maybe they would work, but they kind of looked almost gray up next to my other buffalo plaid. But I'm going to play with it and just see if I like it or not. But if not, I know exactly what I can use. So I'll just go get those and then make them work. These are napkins that I've had for a very, very long time. But I thought to add more of that buffalo plaid and in a dark black and white, that stark color contrast would be absolutely gorgeous over here. And I was correct. I love it. It just adds that more rustic feel that I really wanted over here. So once I got that hung the way I wanted, I turned around and I saw this. Oh my goodness gracious. But I wanted it to be seen. I didn't want it on an angle. So I kept kind of thinking, do I want to hang it up on the cabinet? No. Oh my gosh, it fits under the cabinet. I've got to redo all of this. So here we go. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that does this. I always second guess myself. But goodness gracious, isn't that thing pretty in the back of my coffee bar? It's black and white, the buffalo plaid. I almost stand here and think, ooh, wouldn't it be pretty if I had the black and white buffalo plaid wallpaper that I used to have at the old house in the back of that? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do any wallpaper. But boy howdy, wouldn't it be pretty? When I started folding this, I thought maybe I want to hang it on a dowel. But then I thought, you know, it would be really cool if I could put something in my divider tray up top. So I just kind of rolled it over my hand to give it more thickness, and voila, I love it there. It added that buffalo plaid up high as well. So once again, hills and valleys, carries your eyes across the piece. Now I'm going to put my coffee. I took that drawer. I know you saw the Keurig drawer piece. I just put that down in the drawer below so I can have all my coffees. Now here's the thing. This was my grandmother's creamer. Isn't this thing absolutely precious? I would love to collect more creamers to go over here. I think it would be really, really sweet. I think I like it. I think I like it. I'm going to leave it alone. And I think we're going to move to the other side. And I'm just going to be real with you guys and let you see all the mess. Am I the only person that has like areas that are like my dumping zone? I still had clothes hanging up that I needed to put up. I had, you know, lamps in here that I moved from the other area, and I've just moved things around. You know how it is. It's just like I have an area that's just a dumping ground. It's either that or my kitchen island. Please tell me I'm not the only one that does this. And by the magic of videoing, it is clean. Just don't look in my washing machine because I may have crammed some things down in there. So this is the polyurethane, a polyacrylic that I use. I love it. It's not a shiny, shiny finish. It's just enough to give me that protection that I want, and it does make the wood look really rich. So we're gonna paint this whole countertop, and then we are going to decorate this area. So, and I do start kind of in the corner and just work my way out. I've seen where other people take a piece of cardboard and like drag it across just to make it nice and smooth. I kind of like a bumpy finish just for the fact that it gives me more of a grip on the countertop and it's not slick. So that's just me. Everyone's different, but I am loving the fact that we finally got these sealed and I can clean them and not feel worried about them. So I tried to get y'all far enough back so you could kind of see what I was doing. And you'll see that I've mixed in some vintage pieces here and there just to give it or envelop that feeling of just very simple country farmhouse rustic feel. I have my scale on this side, my grandmother's bowl, and then I have some that my mother has bought for me, some that are my grandmother's. I have a meat grinder. Up here I have a little pot, and then on that side you can see I have my scale and all that sort of thing. So if you're trying to get that feeling of vintage, you don't have to have everything rustic or vintage or antique. You can mix little pieces or little hints here and there to give you that feeling that you're wanting to have. So as I used on the opposite side, I used the black and white, and I want to use it on this side to just kind of tie everything in this room. This is my laundry room slash pantry coffee bar. I mean, it's just kind of a multi-purpose room, I guess you would say. I have my little riser tray, or it's got multiple, and y'all gonna have to overlook me because I can't talk, but I have this over here. I'm going to use it as like to put packet things on, so it's not just stuck in a basket somewhere. I do have a box, a wooden box, that I've been putting our chips and stuff in, but I just cleaned that out, thank the goodness. But I do have this green drawer that I've got chips in up here, so I'm gonna leave that right there. But I do have the riser, and I'm gonna use it over here in this corner. And just like I did on the other side, I'm kind of using that galvanized look over here. These are things that I had at my old house that I wanted to bring back in and use a little bit more. So you're gonna see more of that here and there. I have this old bread, or it looks old, bread container. Galvanized. And I do want to mix copper in here as well, so I may just to mix in a little copper, because when fall comes, I'm going to add more copper to my decor to give it that fall or autumn feel. This is the crate that I was telling you about. It's a Royal Crown. RC Coca-Cola is what we call them. And I'm going to use that down here somewhere. Now I do want to do a display in this area, so I'm going to pull y'all closer so you can kind of see those bowls that I was telling you about. This one was my grandmother's. I believe it was these three that were my grandmother's, and my mother brought me this blue set. I have two of those. So I'm just going to mix these in right over here. And I could easily put food items in there just for storage, but to give that vintage feel. I did have to put some little wooden pieces underneath this. It was missing a couple of feet, but I'm pretty good about hiding that. So I love this look. It gives me that rustic feel, but like I said, I could add more elements in. I could add little utensils if I wanted to, just to bring in more, and then put food down inside, and you will never know.
He washes over me with light, serenity, a holy peace. He shows his love is free and wide. He is the master of my life. He washes over me with light, serenity, a holy peace. He shows his love is free and wide. He is the master of my life. He has chosen me. I have chosen him. Let there be nothing in between, nothing in between. strength.